A little bit sweaty. We'll try to make it somewhat interesting. No one likes to just sit there and watch paint dry, right? So let's get into it. Hot. Right. Is this a good angle? Seems pretty good. And then you're going to want to load up some paint. Wear something you don't really care about, so if you do get paint on it, it ain't no big deal. Ooh, I like this one. That's satisfying, isn't it? New, fresh, brand new brush. It's the little things, you know. Here we go. Okay. First step, you're gonna wanna, and try not to smear paint all over yourself too, you know. Back to step one. We're gonna get the outline of the trees. You can do it however you want. You can end the tree right here, or you can end it right here so that you have a little bit of something to fill in over there. You take your big brush like this, and you just kind of turn it on its side to get the, you know, skinny brush strokes until you get some weird pointy flame looking thing there, right? You add a little bit of black. And just kind of keep doing it, you know. A little bit more black over here. Right? There's one. This doesn't have to be perfect yet on these because they might get covered up a little bit by the sky. So that's good enough for now as a little outline. And then you can really add whatever you want over here. You can add a tree with big weird big branches, or you could just add another one of these where it's just kind of a pair of them, you know. Give the guys a friend. Everybody needs a friend, you know. I don't want to just have a lonely tree, even though I do have some paintings like that. We're gonna give this guy here, a little friend. How about that, you know? What about you? You got a little friend in your life? A pet? A dog? A cat? A chicken? I have a cat named Chicken. So there is that. And then you can make your weird tree like a mixture of a regular tree. You add some branches and stuff. And if you kind of mess up like that, it's okay. You could fix it. It's acrylic. It'll dry fast. Maybe this one's waving a little bit more. My stuff is flopping around a lot. I'm gonna have to fix that. One sec. Here's what you do if that happens. You take yourself this hammer right here and you hammer into the wood. Let me move this one so it doesn't fall. Right there. Perfect. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere now. Granted, there is a hole in the canvas right there. Meh. No one cares. Alright. Let's get back to what we were doing here. We got our trees. We can add a little bit of Add a little bit of mountain here. You just, you know, mix a little bit of blue. I don't have any green right now, you know. Life of a starving artist. You use what you got. So we're gonna just kind of make the sky kind of big here. So we're gonna make the sky bigger. We'll go right here with some little green mountains. And you can go fast as you want, you know. Don't let me slow you down. Kind of add yourself some. Don't worry, if you're shaking, no big deal. It just adds to it, you know. A little bit more blue here. We're going for a dark green because sometimes my paintings aren't very good with the perspective. That's okay. Okay, there's that. I'm a bit sweaty over here though. Okay. I'm going to take a tiny bit of black here. Right there. Perfect. Remember, this is all acrylic paint, so it's going to dry pretty quick. Everything with painting depends on the brush strokes or the blending or the palette knife. Okay, there's that. There's those for now. We'll come back to those and touch them up. We're just getting the kind of rough outline here. Look at me sweaty. Shoo! I need a rag or something. Hopefully this ain't got paint on it. Alright. So I'm getting shinier and shinier here. We're gonna get this thing going. Now we're gonna do the sky. What color do we want our sky? This one's blue, that one's blue. Do we want blue again? Or do we want like a purple? Yeah, let's go for like a purple here. I just kind of blend it on the canvas. Sometimes I like to get these color streaks a certain way. So I just kind of mix it on the canvas. And then we start making our swirls here. I might switch brushes too because I'm not sure. I mean, that's the whole point of the, just to make it with the big brush. So let's just see what happens. I'm not even sure if I've done a sky like this with such a big brush before, so I'm kind of learning also. Live, well not live, but recorded. Turn the brush to get some. Yep. You just got to try a little bit and then you'll be amazed at what you can do. So we could add some yellow here. Guess we could add. See, the thing with the bigger brush though is it just kind of smears these colors together a lot easier. But that's okay. We're going to figure it out here. We are going to figure this out. See what I'm doing? I'm just kind of pulling these colors. Not too much. Don't go back over it too much while it's still kind of drying, because then you're just going to wind up with a brown. or green. It's when you know you've done too much, when or you've blended too much, mixed too many colors together. And that's, we're gonna pull another swirl from this one here into that one. And then we're going to start adding some more white to lighten it up a little bit. Keep the darker colors up top, because what I'm going for is the sun is either setting or rising. Pick one. Could be anything. And then we're going to just kind of keep going with the purple here. It's kind of turning into maroon, but hey, you just kind of let it happen and see if you like it. That's pretty much it. And we hope that we can keep it under an hour. So we do got to kind of hurry a little bit here. Add a little bit of white here. Add a little bit more blue here. I'm going to add a little bit more light blue down there. A little bit of dark right there. A little bit more. And once you're done with it, you'll feel so good that you did that and you made that. So here I'm just kind of experimenting with this brush and getting some kind of different kind of shapes with the swirls. It's pretty cool. The bigger brush technique is pretty cool because there's so many different ways you can use the brush. I'm gonna put that little streak of black up there because I didn't mean to grab that. Sometimes I just dip my brush without thinking, you know. A bit more blue. Okay, I kind of like what's going on here. I kind of like it. Let's put some fatter brush strokes. Let's kind of put a little bit more white up there. I'm sweating. Just making a little bit more white down there. I add a little bit more purple. We don't want it too blue, so actually we'll make it more red because we want our blue trees. Well, I want blue trees. You can make your trees whatever color you want. That's on you. And then because it's acrylic, if there's some stuff you don't like I don't like that right there, I want more red and purple. A little bit more blue. Okay. Something's happening now. It's starting to. Oh yeah. Now it's talking to me. Yeah. Now it's saying something. Let's keep that. Let's keep doing that. Let's see what this looks like when it's all kind of like that, you know. We'll pull this one over here like this into another swirl. We're going to grab some blue, not too much. So then we'll add red on top of it. We're going to add a little black up there. Yeah. Add more red. touch of white. Yes. More white. What do I need more of? I need more dark blue. I haven't cleaned my brush once. Now we're going to add a little bit more yellow down here because the sun is down here. Add yourself a little sun. Add yourself some little streaks coming off of it that kind of go up into this swirl. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Don't be afraid to mess up your mountains here. You can always go back and touch them up. You know, I'll do it. I'll show you how I do oil paintings. That's gonna take a while. I mean, I could probably simplify it. I could probably shorten it a little bit into something cool that could be painted in an hour. That's a decent size. What am I missing here? Maybe a touch of blue. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Right, okay. And you don't gotta pick the same colors I'm using here. Pick whatever colors you like. Sometimes we go back over it and changes the whole painting. I think I'm gonna stick with some white up here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay. Just gotta pick a color and see what happens. Make sure you got yourself a good song. I might be talking a little loud, but I'm gonna make sure the microphone picks me up. I got the fan on and stuff, sweating tough over here. Okay. I'm gonna, sometimes when you're painting too, you just kind of come up with stuff and see how it goes. I'm going for this is like streaking up a little bit. I like it. Sometimes it's cool to go into a painting not knowing what you're gonna do. Just have a kind of a general idea, an outline, of what you're going for, and then kind of make the changes, different decisions on the fly, you know. And then you really don't know what it's going to look like. You really don't know what it's going to look like until you step back and look at it. I need to get more acrylic paint. I got a bunch more little short painting ideas I want to do. And remember, you can change your brush up if you want. I've just done this for so long, and I know how to turn the brush. I don't know if I've ever used such a big brush though. So it's a bit different using such a big brush. Very interesting. I'm just going to add a little bit more red here. A little bit more white. I'm going for big brush strokes right now. The biggest I can get, because then I'm going to come back over it with maybe a little bit more darker red. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. Next, we add the moon right there. Sometimes the moon looks wild. It's good enough, you know. Oh, we'll leave that like that for now. Next, you take some yellow, you make a big circle right there. Take some white, put it right there. Then you take a little bit of black and you put it right there. Put a little bit of black on each one. Perfect. Next, we're gonna do these here trees. I don't even clean my brush. I just kind of, whatever's on it, it goes smeared into it. And we're gonna take a little bit of dark and make some lines. Right? Then you take some light and you fill it in. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Ooh, isn't that satisfying? Smooth. Yes. That's a nice. Take some more dark and make some more, you know, weird lines if you want, but I kind of only go for a couple at first and then fill in the the rest with a little bit lighter blue, and then you can come back through with some dark and hit it right there with them lines and that weirdness, you know. Very satisfying indeed. I kind of like to do this part first too, just in case you go outside the lines a little bit. Then you go around it again with the black and dark blue. It is easier, quicker. You're not wasting time. Okay. Who knows, you know? You use what God gave you. Just don't use it the wrong way, you know? Don't get greedy. Selfish. That ain't it. Yeah, look at that. We're covering that little piece of the mountain up. And then for this tree over here, we're gonna do a little something different. Let me just finish this one up here. I like that. A little bit of dark blue and black. Yeah, just add some of these little wavy looking things, you know. I don't know about that one. Sometimes it's a little bit too dark. There we go. And I'm not going for straight lines either. I don't want straight lines. I want some weird wavy stuff going on here. Too dark? It's okay. It looks good. I mean, maybe it doesn't look good to someone, but to me, big fan. Right. We're going to go on to this one here. And as I was saying, this one here is going to be a rainbow tree. Add your colors, mix your colors on the canvas, and you'll get a different effect. Right? Now we want a little bit of red with the yellow. Now we want just straight red. Alright. Now we got a flame of rainbows. Ain't that beautiful? She's looking good. Huh. Good old rainbow tree. Actually my first time. Well, I painted kind of a rainbow tree before. This is just a different style. Very cool. Almost like a tie-dye. Just going for a bit of a rainbow. That's it. I'm actually, let me do this just because I like to clean my brush on the canvas. because then it gives me ideas about what I could put here. We get a little crazy and put a little crystal ball there like that one. It's really not that hard. Take the brush, put it in your soup can, swirl it around. Look at that, it's leaking. Great. Next, take another brush. This one's still pretty big. This one's still pretty big now, but it's got a point. It's a synthetic brush, very soft. And then we're gonna just touch up the edges here with some dark blue and some black. Make it a little thicker outline, you know? Weird. And we're just kind of making the outline again. Touching it up, you know. Keep them things pointy. Or don't. Make them round if you want. Do whatever. You ain't gotta listen to me. But you could. Just a little bit of blue and black. That sky's already dry. Yeah, we're gonna make this go up a little bit. There we go. A little bit more of this blue, the lighter blue, in with it. A little bit more darker blue. It's all about what you want to do, you know. I want more dark blue right there. Now I want more black. Touching up these outlines. Kind of make it a little bit bigger if you want. Pull it down. Add a little bit more black to cover that up. These little ones here, well, let me do this outline here. Let's accentuate these ones here a little bit. Make them a little bigger. I don't like this one right here, so that's what I'm going to do to it. That's what you do if you make a mistake. Hey, that looks pretty cool. Huh. Okay. That one a little bit bigger. Take a little bit more light blue here. That's gonna need fixed again because I'll probably cover it up when I'm doing whatever I'm gonna do right there. I'll just put a little bit more light blue in there. Right. Just take a little bit more light blue up here. Take a little bit more black. Oops, that's still wet. My bad. It'll be alright. A bit more black. I don't like how this one looks. blue in there. Just kind of filling these in here with a little bit of light blue so that it kind of flows together. That looks good. Right, now we can touch up the outline on this one. Our good old rainbow tree. Don't worry if your hand's shaking, it just adds to the tree bark, you know. We'll take a little bit of black and yellow for this one, for the edge. Or black and, well, we could make the edges actually rainbow too, you know. Black and rain, a little bit of black on the edge. A little bit of yellow right there. Black right here. I'm running out of black acrylic paint. Guess the next painting I make with acrylic just won't use as much black, huh? Okay, almost done with these. Wavy trees. We're gonna go up like that. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit more outline here and then fill it in. Sometimes you go over the lines. It's fine. Just make your tree a little bit wider, you know. Let's try to avoid the straight lines. Want it to be waving, you know. If you get a straight line, just kind of bulge it out a little bit with another color. And then fill it in. A little bit more color here. A little bit more yellow up here. A bit more blue. We don't want too much red because there's red in the sky right there. And then the direction of the brush stroke is what really matters too, because then it's all going up, changes everything. Right. That's looking good. Now we just got to figure out what to do down here. Let's figure it out together, shall we? What should I do? No, I'm just kidding. I guess we're just gonna. So we're gonna make a little river. That river is gonna start bigger, and then it's gonna get thinner, and it's gonna kind of be straight, kind of not. Yeah, get that right. That's some water. Next, let's see what it looks like with a lot and lots of yellow here. We're going to use a different brush. Something smaller, not as pointy. All right, I kind of like this. We're just, You know, I kind of want the brush strokes to go this way, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just keep them going up. Just blend it a lot. Lots of blending here. We're just going for some kind of greenish, yellowish, right? Flower, grass, pollen. Pollen is in the air. You know, if you got allergies, you're struggling right now. Don't forget to take your Flonase. It's good. It's good stuff. Man, see, I'm going to have to redo that because I did not stay in the lines. It's okay. Yeah. We're just going to keep it going down like this. Try to stay in the lines. If you don't, it's okay. You just got to go back over. Maybe not. That looks kind of good. Just still adding the yellow and white here. This is brighter up here by the sun, you know. Makes sense, right? A little bit more yellow. A little bit more white. We're just blending. A little bit darker down there. A little bit yellow right there. These ones are okay to get some straight lines in, but you really don't have to. You could do some weird stuff like this, which I'm probably gonna do anyway, you know. First, you get a layer underneath of that, some yellow, or you could just do light green, or you could do whatever color. Make the grass red if you want, you know. Maybe it's a field of red flowers. So many of them, it just looks like a sheet of red. Use your imagination, you know. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to talk too much. Don't be afraid to live. And you will have a wonderful time. All right. We're going to put like a weird crystal ball thing here, like that one. Sounds like a good idea. This brush might not be the one to use for that though. Get yourself a nice tiny tiny little brush like this one here. Get some black, or I'm going with the red here. You know, this is just something for that little crystal ball, or maybe it's a giant crystal ball because it's like right there, so maybe it's just huge. Who knows? Who cares? Really, it looks cool. A little bit more red there. Make it like an arch at the top. So that's where you're gonna put your ball. Wipe your brush on your shirt. Make sure you do that. Get some black on there. And I just put my hand right on there somewhere, but it's okay. We can fix it. And now you attempt your best attempt to make a circle. Oh, my hand got stuck to it and pulled it out. Circles are pretty hard to do, but you can make a pretty convincing circle. Practice it a couple times. Everybody knows what a circle should look like. And you don't just want to go like this. You want to sit there and kind of eyeball it, and as it's coming to shape, you know, walk around it. Yeah, that looks like a circle, right? Looks like there's more over here than there is over there, but that's okay. You can just kind of do that right there. No big deal. No one cares. Right. And then next, because all that is dry, you're going to want to redo it all. So grab you some blue. Grab you some of this white. A little bit of yellow, green, whatever color that is going on there. And then you just kind of take your finger and just smear it a little bit. Smudge it so it looks like a smudgy. Take a little bit of white and you add like these little glossy reflections. Right? Something like that. Add a little bit of more white to make it look a little more streakier. I kind of like to go around the edges with my finger in the middle. A bit more white up here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. This is what you must pass through to go up the stream. Makes sense. There's a whole story behind it. Now that I have this skinnier brush here, I'm gonna just do this real quick. Yeah. I mean, that, add some of these little black lines. I'm a big fan. Add something to it. It just does something to it. Yeah. We're just about done here. I'm just going to add a little bit of snow-capped mountains here. That's pretty much looking complete. Here's what else we can do, actually. We're going to add a star. I always got to add a star. I'm running out of whites. No. One lonely star. One lonely big star. We'll add a couple of these. Couple little dots of stars. Always looks very nice. And that's it. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the painting of this here rainbow tree, crystal ball, blue tree, weird sky painting. Maybe that's what I should call it, huh? It's a long title. Pretty cool though. Came out very nice. Painting of this here rainbow. Right, I forgot one thing. We gotta sign it. And no better way to sign a rainbow painting than with some rainbow paint here. We're gonna go red here so it'll stand out with the D. Well, I think I got too much paint on my brush. Get a little bit more green here. A little bit more orange. There we go. A little bit more yellow. A bit more red. And finally, a bit more green. And that's it. Peace.